February 28th, Home 2, Calendar of Many Selves. On the first beat of the day, I wear calmness like a clean shirt. Simple, breathable, honest. Then interest tugs me forward, turning strangers into stories, turning questions into keys. I pause for aesthetic appreciation, letting beauty be medicine, the geometry of branches, the soft gold of late afternoon, the art hidden in ordinary. And suddenly, I'm small again, in the best way, because awe arrives, widening my chest, reminding me that my control is not required for belonging. I think of mentors and elders and friends, and admiration rises like applause inside my ribcage. I think of love, and adoration becomes a quiet altar, not worship of perfection, but reverence for the living human I get to witness. From that reverence blooms romance, the craft of attention, and my body answers with sexual desire, a sacred spark, a language of closeness that demands consent and care. I laugh at myself, amusement, because I am both tender and ridiculous, capable of poetry and spilled coffee in the same moment. Life keeps improvising. Surprise shows up like a plot twist. And I remember I am not a fortune teller. I'm a participant. But then the weather changes. Anxiety arrives early, bringing a suitcase of what ifs. And fear stands guard at doors I haven't opened. I try to reason, but confusion fogs the mirrors, and I can't always tell which voice is wisdom and which is worry. My stomach becomes a radio tuned and wanting, craving for reassurance, for certainty, for the quick hit of everything's fine. Then the world tests my values. Disgust flares when something feels rotten, when cruelty pretends to be normal. Anger follows, not as a tantrum, but as a boundary with muscles, insisting that dignity is not negotiable. Sometimes horror breaks through. An unthinkable story becomes real, and it freezes me, makes me question how humans can be both cradle and blade. In those moments, empathetic pain becomes my shadow. I feel someone else's sorrow pull on my breath. I want to fix everything, but I learn to stay present instead, to hold space, to help where I can, to keep my compassion from turning into numbness. And because the heart cannot live only in alarm, I find entrancement, music, firelight, rain on glass, moments that gently kidnap my mind from its panic. I stumble through awkwardness in the ongoing attempt to connect. The wrong word, the delayed laugh, the too long eye contact. I practice forgiving my humanity. I meet boredom, the flat stretch of time that asks me to stop consuming distraction and start noticing life. From boredom, I open a drawer of memory and breathe in nostalgia. The bittersweet scent of who I was, of who I loved. Sometimes nostalgia softens into sadness, and I let myself cry without translating tears into weakness. Then unexpectedly, relief arrives. An answer, a reprieve, a door opening, and my body exhales like it's been holding the sky. I savor satisfaction when I finish what I started, when I keep my word to myself, when my effort becomes evidence, and finally, like a candle refusing to go out, joy returns, bright, stubborn, holy, reminding me that I am not only my hardest days, I am the whole calendar. I am the whole weather. So touch of the poet.